And welcome to the Dawg Chug. I'm your host, Ed in Columbus, and you know what? It's my birthday. Got me my Dairy Queen ice cream. So, ready to rock and roll tonight. We got a special show, Dawg Chug Network, SNG Sunday Night Guards or Guardians or however. We got the guys that are going to come on and preview the show. So, going to be predominantly Guardians. But hey, look, if you want to say Go Tribe, say Go Tribe. And I want to say this. I know I said that I was going to wear my USA stuff because we are still at war. But you know what? Also at war with the woke. So, hey, go Tribe. So we got to do that. But, yeah, special shout out to our brave men and women in our military fighting the good fight over in Iran right now. So get it done. And we know you will, just like our guards are going to get it done this year. So, Andy, what is going on, my guy?
Man, excited to be here. We're 5 weeks from the draft. Tomorrow's baseball. We're like a couple weeks away from the Cavs playoffs starting. It's just such a good time of the year. It's warming up out there. Not Friday, but after we get through Friday, right? I'm excited.
All right.
And we have the lovely Miss Lana tonight. That's where I got mine. Sorry.
Hello. I'm
Hello.
here. I'm only able to be with you lovely people till like 10-ish or so, but we're going to make the absolute best of it. And we are on the fast approach to my birthday in a couple weeks as well, Ed.
Lana, it's not about you tonight. Okay?
We don't overshadow.
We love you.
But I'm putting it in the universe. I'm putting it out there. The Lanica is coming. Lanica is coming.
Lanica's coming. All right.
What are you and Max Struess doing for your big birthday?
I can't tell you that, but he's putting in maximum effort.
Ooh.
Will the Cavs still be? Well, how are they going to be? Never mind. All right. Well, like I said, we got a great show, but we have the best segment, and I know Andy said he wanted to get one of the Sunday Night Guardians cast members on the during this segment. So, without further ado, we'll bring the Reverend of Baseball or whatever he calls himself. I know. Look. I know we're going to get ratings are going to go down now, but we'll bring him on because he wants to come on. We'll bring him on. Roger, welcome to the show.
Ed, thank you, guys. Hey, thanks for having me, guys. I haven't watched the show, but I heard you're great.
That's true.
Thanks. And it is the Sunday Night Guardians.
Okay.
We're going to be doing right here on the Dawg Chug Network. So I'm Reverend Baseball, and with James and Zach are going to be we're going to have a great show. You got to tune in Sunday nights at 8 p.m. We'll talk about it more. What do you got going on here since I was off tonight?
We have we have the hottest segment right now. That's why we had you on. You know, usually we talk about for breaking news, but this has been so hot lately. Everybody's talking about it on X. We got Dawg Chug voicemails, and without further ado, I'll let the man of the hour, Andy, set it off here.
All right. We got our Dawg Chug voicemails. Thanks again, everyone, for sending in your great voicemails. If you want to participate, just make a little audio clip on your phone. Send it to dawgchugpod@gmail.com, and we will get it on at the top of next week's show. So we have some great phone calls, voicemails that were left. So without further ado,
oh boy,
here we go. Yo, Cleveland, it's your boy, Chief fucking Wahoo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the redskin bastard they canceled because some blue hair on Twitter got her panties in a twist. Offensive, they said. Bitch, I was the face of every drunk uncle's tailgate. Now I'm unemployed. No royalties. Just sitting here with my dick in my hand and a feather up my ass. They swapped me for a goddamn C. That's not a mascot. That's what I carve in a bathroom stall after I rail your mom. Should have gone full savage, stormed the field, tomahawk chopped the PA system, yelled, "Screw your pronouns, I'm the original Cleveland screw job." But nah, I'm chill. Kinda. Just wanted to say, thanks for the memories, you limp dick snowflakes. And if you're ever near the stadium, check the dumpster behind the left field bleachers. I'll be there, pants down, mooning the security cams while I jerk off to old Indian highlight reels. Catch you later. Or don't.
Wow,
Fuck
that's
off.
a lot of information.
Always.
is Art from Macedonia, and I heard a rumor that Roger's going to be starting his very own podcast about our very own Cleveland Guardians. Oh my gosh, this is spectacular. I cannot wait to tune in every week, hear what Roger has to say. I can't wait to be in the comments, mixing it up. I hope he gets his Patreon so I can give him a couple bucks so I can be like VIP of the pod access. This is going to be the greatest thing. Oh, I'm so excited. Wait, what am I talking about? No, it's not. Listening to Roger ramble on for 17 hours about a sport nobody watches? Boring. Pass. Hi, this is Glenn from Lakewood. Last week on the show, you guys were talking about giving the hosting duties back to that mushmouth, autistic retard Andy, and that would be a giant mistake. The show's been so much tighter since Ed's been hosting it the last 6 weeks, and it just has to continue. Ed, you're brilliant, man. Like, I see a lot of myself in you. Like, I can imagine us being pals and going to ICE protests and screaming at those sons of bitches who just want to kick people out of our country that actually want to do hard work. Like, what the fuck? We understand that Kamala would have taken this country in the right direction, but that fat pedophile orange man stole the election, and I can feel that it pisses you off as much as it pisses me off. It's like they want you to show ID to vote. Like, what the fuck is that about? Why do you need ID to vote? That's so stupid. And I can tell you're as passionate about these issues as I am. So I hope you get to continue being the host of the Dawg Chug. Otherwise, you should leave, man. I'll follow you anywhere. Like, really, we should, like, be together. Like, I think about you a lot, and we should just, like, be together. Like, hold each other and shit. And, man, just DM me, man. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this. All right, out.
Oh, that was
Ow.
Oh.
A lot of passion and emotion in the voicemails this week. They all sound like the same guy, too. Crazy.
It started out so good, Andy. That could have been a great one. And then what the fuck?
I guess Glenn just thinks he connects with you, man.
Well, I don't know what show he's watching, but Glenn, you might want to tune in and see some of my top tens of my breakhead newses. And I don't know how you got the Kamala connection, but well, it's not exactly. It must be like some of the fans that think Shador is going to be like an All-Pro this year. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of the same kind of disconnect we got going on there. But hey, you know what, though? Appreciate the call. Hey, Andy, we appreciate anybody that calls into the Dawg Chug voicemails. Keep them coming. Keep them hot. Keep them fresh. And no matter what you say, we're not going to stop you or censor you. We promise that, as indicated and shown in those 3 emails or voicemails, Andy. Ooh. Wow.
A lot.
Lot to take in. We know what also too. We got contributors. We got some messages so far, and some they say,
check these out.
Hi guys. Okay, all right. Hi.
A lot of people I've never heard of before.
Racist hat. Yes, it is, and yes, I'm wearing it. Sure, absolutely. Why not? Santiago Chili. Check.
Oh, Mr. Dong is here. Hi.
Yeah, Mr. Dong. There you go.
Yeah.
Steve, no, I did not make that call. Absolutely not. Did not make that call. I don't know. No. I'm gonna
That's odd.
No. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's an ouch. And
the kids are in bed.
Yeah. I can hear you, and the people that had those Dawg Chug voicemails can hear you, and soon they'll hear from all of us, I'm sure.
Right?
Yeah. Somebody thinks you're. I mean, they're not talking about me here. I don't think. And hi.
Hi. Steven.
So yeah, keep them coming. Like I said, we don't censor shit because we're not allowed to. Andy won't allow it. So, Andy, what were your takes on those Dawg Chug voicemails? I think that might be the best week so far. Now, Lamont wasn't there, so
I know I miss Lamont.
But those are strong. Those are very strong.
Mm-hmm. Very strong. Yeah. I'm going to tune in though, Roger. I can't wait for your podcast. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'll tell you,
but I can't wait to be there.
It's we got James sitting in the room. Zach messaged me his daughter slammed her hand in the door, and they're on their way to the ER. So we hope she gets better. Zach's not going to make it tonight. So it's me, James, and Zach on Sunday Night Guardians at 8 p.m. And why don't we bring James in? What do you think, Ed?
Say hi, James. All right. Well, I brought him in, and there he
Uh-oh.
is.
And
Yes.
he's out.
Where do you
No,
go?
we're not. Actually, you could tell James isn't.
Stephanie wants.
But anyway,
to know,
we're going to go Sunday nights. Go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry.
wants to know if we're real people, and look, are you a real commenter? Because how do we know?
We were able to read your comment.
Yeah, there you go. So you're, but you know what? Well, you know what? We'll get James on and everything. We'll figure that out in a minute. But you know what? What is real and what's a donger?
Go ahead, Ed.
Well, I'll always concede to the donger if he's got something to say. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's
Hurricane.
Yeah.
First week in a couple weeks we haven't had the Jake.
The Jake. Yeah. Well.
You know.
What we do have. This is an in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news. Jimmy and Dee Haslam have asked the city of Columbus and Franklin County to pony up $50 million to build a practice facility and upgrade Scott's Miracle Grove Field in hopes of landing a women's professional soccer team. Considering the Haslams already own the Columbus Crew, can we just put a few trannies on the team and call it a day? The Cleveland Gadians start their season off tomorrow, and no one is more excited about the name than the low-T beta males who scream Indians as racist while trying to attract white libtard women with purple hair that ironically want nothing to do with their broke asses because they are lesbos. Play ball, just not with balls. And finally, my Columbus Blue Jackets are hot, hot, hot. And all you losers in Cleveland are welcome to hop on the bandwagon. Just make sure to wipe off that mistake on the lake stench. It stinks badly, like a brown sundae. And this is Eddie Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news.
Well
Ed
done.
loves Cleveland.
I love
Wow.
Cleveland.
Loves Cleveland so much.
Thankfully, they're playing a lot better than those Ohio State men's basketball team.
Oh, we don't even
About the stink.
talk about them down here, Andy. That's we
Not a
don't.
topic of discussion.
Yeah. You're not going to offend anybody down here, dog. I mean, don't worry about it. So also too, I don't know what James is, but hey, James, if you're out there,
back in, you know what happened? Yeah,
To log out and back in.
he didn't slam his hand either, did he? Like Zach's.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what we do have though. You know what? I even like this more than breaking news. I start up. This is behind the curtain. I start my week off with my top 10. And if I don't have a banger top 10, then I go for shit for the whole week. But here, I do have a banger top 10. We like to stay current on the Dawg Chug. And recently, Andy, we've had ICE agents in the airports. And you know what? Hey, to their credit, those lines at TSA, they've gone down, right? They've done their job, or whatever their job was. I don't know what their job actually was, but it seems to be working. So, shout out to ICE in the airports. And so tonight we have the top 10 things an ICE agent patrolling Progressive Field could do. Oh, jeez.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, all right. Well, there you go. The top 10 things
My
an
God.
ICE agent patrolling Progressive Field could do. We'll hold off on the comments till after, Andy. Thank you very much. All right. Number 10. They could actually get ice. Cold drinks are superior, Andy. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 9, they could bat. I mean, they got to be better than Bo Naylor. Number 8, they could round up fans wearing opposing team's gear and beat them down. Maybe. Number 7, between innings, they could have dance-offs with Slider on top of the dugouts. Ice, ice, baby. Playing. All right. Number 6, make the other team's Latino players very, very nervous. Now that's home field advantage. Number 5, can sing "Take Me Out of the Country" during the 7th inning stretch. Number 4, get drunk in right field and make the just pyramids. They could be like the fans, make those pyramids out there. Number 3, act like a true Cleveland fan and bitch about the Browns. Number 2, they could start the wave. And the number 1 thing an ICE agent patrolling Progressive Field could do is deport all the crazy white libtard women that want to pick fights with fans wearing Wahoo gear. Fuck you, Karen. Go Tribe. And that's tonight's top 10.
Wow. Ed is on fire tonight.
Oh, cow.
Yeah.
And by the way, we got an answer to. So without further ado,
Oh, well, that makes sense. Carne.
Big Jake
Very
wishing you a
lovely.
happy birthday.
Oh, okay.
Belated. It's
Wow.
tomorrow. Oh, it's tomorrow, Big Jake.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, you know what? We like to have some fun on the show, Jake. Thanks for the shout out. And I don't think it's being racist. I don't think this is racist. I think this is just a part of Cleveland, and it was a good part of Cleveland. And honestly, guys, think about this: if the movie Major League would have been made with Charlie Sheen and it would have been the Cleveland Guardians, would it have been a good movie? I don't know.
Carne.
It would have been.
Don't know. These comments got me all.
I'm reading.
I know. I'm
comments,
like,
and,
I'm like half.
You should
eye
put them on
looking.
the screen when we read them, Ed.
Don't pop
Sure.
up. Okay. Well, thank
James
you.
is having audio trouble, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Let's.
Have him try through his phone instead of his computer.
Yeah, I don't. He's struggling.
Okay. Well,
It's
we're not
sometimes
going to be
hard.
struggling on the show. We're going to
No.
keep it going here. I don't know how because he's a big part of it, but we're going to try here. Well, we can go to Spit Sip Chug. We can we can do whatever we want to do. Andy, what do you think?
Yeah,
Oh,
shoot
no.
us, Ed.
Well,
You got
I
some
know.
Browns
Andy.
in there.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we'll do that until he can get on.
All right, we'll
And then
talk
we can
Browns.
do shots.
We'll talk Browns. We're gonna do an off the cup Spit Sip Chug right here because Andy wanted Roger to talk Browns tonight, which I was not going to talk Browns tonight because I wanted to keep it Guardians central. But Spit Sip Chug off the cuff. We'll start with you, Roger. Jarvis Landry's been in the news recently. He was on a podcast and he was ripping Kevin Stefanski.
Oh, God.
Does he come off like a crybaby? He does come off like a crybaby. That's the statement. It's a statement.
I'm chugging, and
Okay.
Jarvis Landry's just as guilty as Odell Beckham is for setting fire to a locker room and pouting. You know what? Everybody's a big fan of his big speech, on Hard Knocks, and he was gonna police the locker room and everybody is gonna work hard and blah blah blah. And then Odell Beckham shows up and it's all out the fucking window. And then he's pretty much fucking his yes boy, and he helped destroy the locker room. He did. That last game against Pittsburgh, he dropped a huge, huge pass that a guy that makes his money, that touts himself as being, what he is, and he dropped a huge pass in that game. You know what? What he should get on his podcast to talk about is how his best friend burned down the end of his career, and he went off. Nobody even knows who the fuck Jarvis Landry is, and Odell Beckham did that when he set fire to the locker room here in Cleveland. I'm sick of people praising him like he did something. He did absolutely fucking nothing for the Browns. Everything about his garbage rant on Hard Knocks, that's all it was. Bullshit. Jarvis Landry's a mid-fucking wide receiver that flamed out in Cleveland, and it was his fucking fault, him and his buddy Odell. Fuck Jarvis Landry.
wow.
Lana, we'll go to you next because obviously this is Kevin Stefanski territory.
Right. So I'm chugging. Yeah, you're irrelevant and Kevin is not. So that's basically what you're doing. Why wait until now? Nobody said his name and how long, and so all of a sudden it's, I want someone to pay attention to me, so I'm just gonna bring up something about Kevin Stefanski. Shut up and go back. Yeah, doing nothing.
Fanboys.
I mean, it makes no sense to me at all. If you were that unhappy, then you should have said something then and brought it up then. All of a sudden, I don't want to hear about it now. Go, Kevin.
I'm gonna chug on that one as well. He's a crybaby bitch. I thought he was a crybaby bitch when he was in Cleveland playing. It's contagious. It's contagious. Like Roger said, the Hard Knocks ship. You were never even that fast anyways. We got you. Look, you put up some productive years. Okay. But you weren't the difference maker. I mean, so I don't know. At the end of the day, like you're making it seem like you're some all-pro talking shit about Kevin Stefanski. And let's be real. Stefanski, okay. I mean, you can argue he had more accolades. He got Coach of the Year twice and blah, blah, blah. He's got a new job as soon as he got fired. Jarvis, what the fuck are you doing besides going on podcasts and bitching? I mean,
Exactly my point.
I mean, at the end of the day, when you say Jarvis Landry's name in 20, 30 years from now, nobody's going to know who the fuck you are. Like,
Right.
you know,
Nobody
so
knows who he
who
is
gives a
now.
fuck? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that,
Fanboys.
yeah. So,
Mhm.
besides, yeah, exactly. And besides, you're Odell Beckham. So, what were you guys lovers or something? You guys, who gives a fuck? Go fuck off. Bye, Andy.
Bye.
I don't think Landry was as angry as Lana was making him out to sound. He actually was saying
Probably
some nice-
not.
He was saying some nice things about Kevin Stefanski. He was just putting his opinion out there that as much credit as this guy gets, there were some issues, and I thought what he said kind of echoed some things that other players have said, like Judkins and Baker. He just wasn't very personal, and I think that's an important part of being a coach. So I appreciated the comments, and I think Kevin Stefanski is going to be good this year, but then I think he's going to fall off the map very quickly after that. Because, yeah,
Andy.
sorry, Lana, but you have Max, so it's okay.
It's
And
true.
I have to be honest, otherwise I'd be Ed.
Mm.
So I'm going to spit.
Ooh,
Mm.
so we're all not chugging.
But
Well,
I do agree with Roger. Fuck Jarvis Landry. He's insignificant. He's irrelevant. I agree with all
James
of
is
you.
here.
James is here. Hey.
Amen.
All
are
right.
you
I
guys?
hear you.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. So I hear you're doing a
I
show
brought
on
it in,
Sunday.
I
Yeah,
brought him in on the down low.
What's that?
I said I brought you in on the down low. I brought you in. I hit the button.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this new technology with this laptop. I thought everything was good. I had everything planned out before the show, and sorry, got delayed in here. But hey, glad to be here. Excited to talk baseball again. Even though we just came off a very successful World Baseball Classic, it is Guardians time, and yes, Roger and I excited, along with Zach, to get started on Dawg Chug Network on Sunday night, 8:00, doing the first show. And just excited for tomorrow night for Guardians baseball, even though it's going to be late, be a Thursday night. But we'll make it through Friday work days, stay up and watch our team. And I'm just excited for this season to get started after a short playoff stint last year with the loss to Detroit. So just excited to get going again here in 2026.
Hell yeah. Are you upset that one of our commenters posted that everyone in South America would not be tuning in? Is that bother you?
I honestly, no, because I can tell you that the other show that we had done, we had some followers from Brazil. At least that's what X told us, anyways.
Wow.
So yeah, it's
got it.
exciting. So it's always
Mike.
neat to see how many people there. Go Venezuela, nice.
I have 15 followers in Johannesburg. They're going to be watching.
South Africa. There you go.
You mean you have a bot farm that's going to be watching?
It's the world's game now. So we'll take any and all watchers.
Well, I don't want to be us like Canada and then, give the game away. Like, still baseball is an American pastime. And, I still like to win. I don't want to be like those Canadians that just gave hockey away because they can't do it anymore.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, they haven't had a Stanley Cup since the 90s with the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah,
up there. So,
91 or something.
and then, all the Olympic losses they had to us, since we are now the hockey country of choice.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, it's
before we go any further, should we do the mustard shot? Because
I gotta go in a few minutes.
yes.
I'll tell you what I got too, and everybody can learn this and follow it down the road, is a Guardians martini.
Oh,
So we
what's in
got
that?
some Dortmunder, and I got here is the Dort Bertman's classic mustard.
Ooh,
It's got the beer right in it. It's a beer mustard, and of course, the traditional.
Mm-hmm.
But you just put that in there. We're gonna shake it up, not stir it.
Nice.
Pour that in there.
Ooh,
Look at that.
Wow.
Not
We
looking
do
real
this.
healthy, but
Is this our third year in a row doing this?
yeah.
It's our third
Wow.
year in a row giving luck
There
to
we
the
go.
Guardians by doing a mustard shot.
So yeah, Roger, I went shopping too. Got our
Ooh, I
got
like
Market.
that.
Yeah, Market Garden.
Yeah.
Light
Oh,
lager.
nice.
Nice
Yep.
script Cleveland there. Right. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna
I
go
like
with
that
that.
can.
And got the Guardian on it. Gonna use one of my favorite places here in Northeast Ohio, the Winking Lizard
The
Tavern.
lizard.
Nice.
So we're gonna pour a little beer in there.
Every time I do this thing shoots me in the face. Don't say it.
You know, that was a really shitty pour, by the way.
I'm like,
Terrible pour, way too much foam. So the only thing we can do is do what Roger did. We're gonna add some Bertman's ballpark mustard.
ooh.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Gotta get as much as we can from Northeast Ohio. But to cap it off, the Akron Rubber Ducks this year are transforming for a few games into
Oh, that's right.
the Chip Dippers.
Oh,
You're drawing
Lawson's.
some shit.
So
Mm.
yeah, so
You're gonna
decided
put
to
that
pick
in there
up,
too?
stop at my local Circle K. A little bit of chip dip.
We
Oh my
better
God.
get paid for all this.
Somehow, some way, right, Roger?
That's right.
Ugh.
and then Lana,
And-
what are you doing?
Yeah, it looks.
I'm
it
just
looks,
doing mustard.
It looks
You're
really
just-
bad in
Yeah.
the bottom of this cup. It looks really bad, but anything for a championship. So this is my
All right,
championship
I'm gonna do a little
cocktail
bit-
for 2026.
We'll see if I
What is
get
that?
crazy.
Yeah, what is that?
Absinthe.
Oh, nice, man.
Like absent of winning a World Series since 1948.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit that up at the draft party.
This really needs meat though.
That's
Oh.
nice.
Hey now.
Lana,
Ooh.
stop setting us up. All right, here we go.
All right.
To the Guardians, coming out hot.
Go guards.
Yes, go
Go
guards.
guards.
Go guards.
Go Tribe.
Mm,
Oh, God.
Oh, that's good.
mm, mm, mm.
Oh, I feel like
That's
cutting
not
I'll
my
tell
ear
you
off.
what. I'll tell you what, Great Lakes Brewery, you need to come out with a Bertman's beer.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
well,
That
delicious.
would actually be good.
the chip dip
Oh
one
my
was
God, is
not
that good?
bad at all.
Oh,
Reverend Baseball, do not give Great Lakes those kind of ideas because obviously Dawg Chug Network is going to make that beer.
Mm.
We're expanding. Things are getting bigger now. We've got multiple podcasts. We got our first beer in development. Big things are ahead for us.
We got
We're
Juan
big time.
Gonzalez on the shades. Shout out to Juan. I love that name, Juan. I love that shit.
that's the best name.
Yeah, I did one. Maybe it's his real name. I don't know, but whatever.
I think
Hey
it is.
Andy, if they put me on the bottle, I'm selling out the GLBC. I just want you to know now.
All right. Well, we're going to kick you off the show if you do that because all ideas come to the Dawg Chug Network. So, Ed, you'll be taking over his stupid podcast.
Oh no, I don't know.
Don't say that.
Then I got to talk Guardians. I don't want to do that.
I know.
The one thing that's nice about this time of year, guys, it's baseball season. And
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh. See, he
He's
couldn't
out.
even say it. Yeah, he censored himself.
He's
oh,
out.
Man, he doesn't realize.
I know.
All right,
Nope.
James,
He's
back to the
James,
drawing board.
you're muted. Oh, now
Let's
he's
get back to Spit Sip Chug, and James can fix his audio.
Yeah, I was gonna have him
Yep,
do a
he
rapid
froze.
fire too. It's just because I didn't know,
Yeah.
but obviously they can't be. That's probably
There he goes.
the wise thing to do here. Yeah, we'll go back to Spit Sip Chug.
Do you want me to do one more and then I'll go?
Yeah, why not? Well,
Do
we'll
one
keep
more.
it.
What are
we'll,
we doing?
We'll keep it Browns related because obviously we can do that. And but I like to. And Andy did contribute. Good job this week, Andy. The Browns. Okay, so here's the statement: the Browns updated Garrett's contract that makes him easier to trade. The Browns should trade him this offseason. We'll start with you, Lana.
I'm spitting.
Okay.
No. I don't think we should do that. I can't live in a world where we have Deshaun Watson on our roster and not freaking Myles Garrett.
That's a good point.
That's
I will burn things in my yard if that happens. No.
to the local fire department, we got a pyro out. I kind of agree with that. James is here. James, did you hear the statement? Do you want to
Technical.
Yeah, I don't know where I froze right there.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead. We'll get you into it. But with that statement, I'm actually going to sip on it.
Oh boy.
Look, the Browns, with the contract and everything, and now the Browns have proposed like getting being able to trade 5 number ones or whatever. I don't think that's going to pass, but I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued because, look, the Browns are going to suck ass until 2029 at the earliest. Maybe they're going to be really bad. I mean, they may win these 5 to 8 meaningless games, but they're not going to be any serious contender anytime soon. And Miles, by the time the Browns actually might get good, he's not. I don't know. Might get not at the end of his career, but he's not exactly what he's going to be now. And I don't know. This quarterback situation is not looking good, and Jimmy loves him some Arch Manning. And look, they're gonna win. Here's what's gonna happen: they're gonna win 5 to 8 meaningless games this year, and they want to go get Arch, and they're gonna need to use number 1 draft picks. And how do you get the most of them right now with your top prize, and that'd be Myles Garrett? So it sucks, but I mean, if you really want to make the Browns better, gotta get rid of them. And Jake, this is not negativity. This is just like, I want to keep Miles, but look, Jake, do you really believe they're going to be good? Like, honestly, like, they're not going to be good. Like, people said they should have won 8 games last year, but they only won 5. But even if they win 8 games this year, they're not going to be good. I mean,
he's upset with you. He's really not going to be happy
I'm a
with my
racist.
answer.
Okay, and I want to say this, Jake, and I'll throw this out to you too. And I don't want to bring this up tonight, but let's be real. Every head coach deserves their quarterback, and if Monken really wants Ty Simpson, which I guess they weren't at his pro day today. Let's be real. We get Ty Simpson or any white quarterback. Are all the Shadorians and the Watson words, is it going to be racism because, heaven forbid, just like the Baker thing? I mean, let's be real. You want to talk about negativity? We can't even get a quarterback of a different color without there being negativity. So I don't want to do that, but it's my birthday. I'm going to throw that out there since, whatever. So I'm not the racist. I want the Browns to be good. I don't give a shit what color anybody is. But at the same time, look, thank you, Jake. I love you. All right, now we're back to regular scheduled programming. Andy.
All right. Traditionally, when you don't have a quarterback, sorry, Shadorian fans, but he has not established himself yet, and hopefully he will. But he's got an uphill journey to get there. When you don't have a quarterback, yes, you should probably trade your best player when he's over 30. I mean, if you could get 3 first-round picks, it would make sense, but not for the Browns. The Browns should not trade him because we have a path to get better, and I don't think it's going to be 2029 like Ed said. If they have a good season where we win 8 games, we are definitely headed somewhere that we can get. We just got to get that quarterback or hope Shador develops, and then then Miles is your franchise guy, and your defense can carry you, and you get quarterback play, you're good. We could do that. If you trade Myles Garrett, it's just signaling that you're tanking, and fans are not going to swallow that very easily. I don't think that's what we should do. We brought in Monken not to tank. We brought in Monken because we want to try and be as competitive as we can be this year. They wanted to tank. They should have gone with one of those young guys that would probably be terrible early on. So right now, we should absolutely keep Myles Garrett on the team. But if we struggle next year, then yes, ship him out. Because at that point, it's going to get really ugly. The Browns have no real path to relevancy. So, yes, that would be the year you should do it, not this year. So, what am I doing? I'm spitting.
Yeah. Truth.
Roger, this should be fun.
Well, I didn't hear any rules of Reverend Baseball's allowed to sit.
That's
Oh,
true.
it's true. He's allowed to.
So Reverend Baseball was sipping on this because it depends on a couple things. Number one, it depends how bad we are this year, which I got him at winning 2, maybe 3 games.
Whoa. I didn't think that bad.
No.
I think the defense takes a step back. I don't think they're going to run anything close to the wide 9. They got rid of 2 of the biggest pieces that played in that defense that just, excelled. You know what, man? It depends on that. It depends on what quarterback. It depends what they do in this draft. Do they trade back from 6 and build a roster? If they do that, then no, because they may be primed if they pick up a quarterback going into the draft next year with free agency next year, with what they get this year, they may be ready to win, and they don't want to trade Myles Garrett at that point next year. It really depends on what happens this year. You know, if you're going to trade him, I trade him before the deadline when we're 1-10 or whatever it would be. You know, if you're going to trade him, I don't know. I wouldn't trade him now. I'd make him stay here until he retires. I wouldn't let him go.
You want to
anywhere
punish
else.
him?
I don't want him to go
You're either
nowhere.
going to fucking win here, or that's it. you
Stop
know?
speeding,
Yeah.
or I'll keep you on the team.
Right. Right.
That's right.
You're fucking stuck, buddy.
And I am so sorry. It's actually 8 o'clock that you can listen
Yeah.
to.
And
That's right.
Dr.
It's 8
Rambo.
Speaking
p.m.
of stuck, Lana, we don't want to keep you if you got
Yeah,
go.
I have to go. I have to do something.
All right,
Lana,
say-
thank you. I
Thank
hope
you, guys.
Max appreciates your outfit tonight.
Yes, and go Guards. All right. Bye.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, gee. Now let's have a show, fellas. Let's have a show.
Yeah,
No,
Wait till she hears. I'm clipping that and just sending it to her.
no. There's a narc
Look,
everywhere. I
hey,
guess.
all the dudes that were saying she's hot left too. So that sucks.
Well, that's. Yes, but I'll say this. You know what? We got a good dude show right now. Unfortunately, I'm going to ruin that with no. This is just a joke. Sunday night. Check them out. They're going to do a great job. But no, we can actually go into Guardians talk now that you got Lana gone. So you know what I'm saying. We can actually have
It's a
show here.
sausage fest. Crutch out of right field. I haven't heard from Crutch in forever.
Thanks, Crutch. We love you. You got to come back on the show.
I want to talk
Yeah,
to
Crutch.
Crutch
Where
about
you at, Crutch?
Yeah, traitors and villains. That we got to talk. There's so much reality TV that I want to talk to Crutch about. I can't wait to see. Is he going to come up to the thing, Andy, this year?
Yeah, he's in.
Okay, he's in. All right. Well,
Your maybe.
no, that might seal the deal. Now that Crutch is in, because like I said.
I do want to say, I want to thank Jake for watching us tonight, because he's talking about the Browns negativity he's killing. Is this the first time he watched Dawg Chug? I don't know.
No, that might be. Yeah,
You might
We're
want
not
to get
exactly-
used to it.
yeah. We're not the pom pom rah rah Browns.
Right.
fans.
Pretty much
Yeah.
what we based this podcast on was the exact opposite of what everybody else is fucking doing, which is
Yeah.
the Cleveland Browns.
This is some shit.
Yeah, nice. But James, so we need to. Are we good right now? Are we good?
So I just put a quarter in the meter, so I should be
Okay, all right. Well, we got some time.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right. Well, we will get the spit sip chug, and we'll actually talk Guardians here. I like this one here. We'll go with this one. Chase the lauder being used in small doses, like Chris Antonetti said, is the right move. Are you spitting, sipping, or chugging on that?
I'll chug on that based on past history of injuries, not being able to play. I believe I think 60 games was the tops he's played throughout any one season. So the way he's hitting this spring, and he didn't have a good spring last year too.
Yeah,
So
he did.
just having that bat in the lineup, and I think the Guardians can tell that with an improved Detroit and improved Kansas City, and the White Sox, hell, they can't be as bad as they were.
No.
Within the Twins, I think, are kind of the Twins right now. I'm
Yeah.
not concerned about them. But I think we need bats, and we need to start out hot, because we're in Seattle, playoff team. We're going to LA to play the Dodgers right away. So we cannot start slow this April. We need his bat in the lineup as much as possible, even if that's only 4 or 5 days a week.
Okay. So you're saying, okay, 162 games. If you get how many games out of them? 100.
Anything near 100, yeah.
Anything there. That's what I was doing the math a little bit. I wanted to kind of put that in perspective of the 162. Yeah. So, okay. I'll actually chug on that as well, because I think it's when he plays, obviously there's series that you're going to want to win. Going to need that heavy bat when it comes to obviously winning against the divisional opponents. Obviously, when you're playing cupcakes, you hopefully, give him the rest and things that he needs off. We can't have him be hurt and then have him be out for a couple weeks and extended, and then it lingers and things like that. And obviously, we need him in September, October, for a nice World Series run. I mean, let's be real. So I definitely have to chug on that one. I think that's a cautious approach. I just wish he wasn't so Kevin Love-like-ish, if that's a term. But he happens to be that way. But he's a force when he's in there, but we need him in there at the right times. And I think that's what Chris Antonetti was alluding to at his press conference. So that's why I'm chugging. Andy.
Yeah, I have no problem easing on the gas pedal on this. This is a big piece of the future of the Cleveland Guardians. So, look, it's really hard going from being a minor league player to all of a sudden in the spotlights. I mean, there's like 8,000 people that go to that stadium every day. So it's a lot of pressure to put on the young man. I like taking it easy, letting him ease up. And then hopefully towards the end of the season, you could slam that gas pedal down and know you got a piece that's going to play every day and kick ass for the Guardians. So
Nice.
I'm going to chug.
Okay. Reverend Baseball.
All right, let me read this thing.
Oh, you could have done that, when we were talking.
You know what, man? I'm going to chug on this, man, and I'm going to explain.
That's the point.
I've seen some people. People are penciling Stephen Kwan in at center field this year. Stephen Kwan is not your center fielder. Stephen Kwan played center field during the spring training. So they have more flexibility in the outfield, and people aren't getting beat up in center field like Chase DeLauder. He's already made out of porcelain. You don't want him out there playing 140 games in center field, and it adds more to the rotation. To their batting order, moving guys around. The Cleveland Guardians love guys that can play multiple positions. And moving DeLauder to DH to left field, playing some center, that's what you got to do with him, man. You got to, it's like, remember Michael Brantley out in left field, and towards the end when he started getting injured and, he spent, you don't want DeLauder out in center field 140 games this year. And that's a big part why Kwan started playing some center field, is to make it more of a rotation. You got now four guys that can play center field when you count Schneemann. That's what it's about. And it's definitely a smart move and it's the right move.
Okay. All right. Let's see where we want to go here. I want to go
Tune
with
in on Sunday nights. That's what you're going to get, Ed.
Nice. There it is.
I think we all chugged. So.
Then we all chug again.
We all chug. We got to chug again.
Thank you, Andy. Obviously, I'm slipping in my old age, obviously. The next statement being, now this has to be, I think, true. The starting rotation will be top 5 in the American League, and I'll start with myself. I was actually doing a little homework about this because I was kind of curious when I was posing this, and I wanted to see what USA Today, and all these other publications had on rotations. They had Seattle, I believe, as like the second best rotation in the American League. They had the Red Sox up there, the Yankees up there. Some of them kind of surprised me because as I get older, when you're younger, every baseball starting lineup and everything. And as I get older, not quite so much, but I was surprised to see some of the Toronto was up there as well. That didn't surprise me as much, but I would have thought that the Cleveland Guardians rotation would have gotten more love from some of these publications, but they didn't actually. They were middle of the pack. I've seen 15, I've seen 16, I've seen some places I would have thought a little higher. But I do think come this season, if I think the key piece is Gavin Williams. If Gavin Williams stays healthy, I think the answer to this question or statement is yes. I think if Gavin Williams stays healthy, then it's yes. I think for the Guardians to be successful and to go a little further than what they did last year, the answer is yes. And I think that they can win 90 games because they automatically just win 90 games even when they suck. They just win 90 games. That's what they do. But I think to actually make that strong pennant push, definitely the rotation has to be. I think that's the strongest portion of this team. And I think that they will be, honestly. So I'm chugging on that. Andy.
Well, I think I would chug on that they'll end the season
Yeah.
being a top 5 team in the American
Right.
League. But if you project the whole season out, I think this starting rotation is actually going to struggle a little bit to open it up. We just have too many question marks, health concerns. I mean, to expect that it's all going to go brilliant right out the gate.
Well, I don't actually. The statement's actually so it will be top 5.
Yeah, will be.
Yeah.
But again, will be means you're looking at the projections for the entire season.
Right. They end the whole year by the season.
So I don't think we're going to be top 5 for the entire season. But I think we're going to watch a group really come together, and by the end of the season, they're going to be kicking ass, is what I hope and expect. And I think we'll be very proud of where the pitching is. But maybe just statistically, we won't quite be in the top 5 for the entire season. So I'm going to sip.
Okay. Red baseball.
All right. I'm chugging.
Yeah.
And not only a top 5, can they be a top 5 rotation in the American League? They could be one of the best rotations in baseball. Ed, you said it. If they stay healthy, if Gavin Williams stays healthy, he's a potential Cy Young candidate.
Yeah.
I think he's that good. Tanner Bybee was the ace of the staff kind of by default when what was his name? Sticks.
Tristan McKenzie.
Because he was kind of lined up to replace Kluber.
Yeah.
And when that happened and when he went down, Bybee just by default became, there was a lot of pressure on him. I think you're going to see a lot out of Bybee. I think, Cantillo, it's just we have the potential to be one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. And I saw what you saw, and that the Guardians weren't even mentioned, weren't even considered as a complete shun. I mean, we're deep all the way through 5. Give me another major league franchise that's deep 1 through 5 and has got maybe a number 6 that didn't break camp with the big league team. Nobody has 5. This is like the 80s, in the early 90s when you had 3-4 starters, that were solid, solid pitchers. I think we have one of the best staffs in baseball. And I think they're going to prove it this year.
Right on, Rev. Right on, Rev. I like that. Need to switch from AOL, James.
I'm going to sip on that. Number one, if we are not top 5, I really feel we're going to be watching the playoffs this year. It's that important that, number one, Tanner starting, tomorrow night, that he gets his pitch counts down.
Yes.
He can get his hamstring issues under control. I know during his rookie year, when I interviewed his dad on our other show, he said the Guardians training staff, they're very tuned in to wanting to balance like your legs. When he talked about the hamstrings, he said if one's stronger than the other, they try to really balance that out, that you get both your legs at the same strength, like the hamstring is the example.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been battled that with dehydration. It's like every summer, when it gets really, really hot, he's dealing with that. But he's got the stuff.
Yeah.
Keep his pitch count down. Gavin Williams, can he continue on what he did the second half of last year? He's the one that can be the ace.
I agree.
He's got the best stuff. Parker Messick, it's nice to see him make the squad. Joey Cantillo down at AAA, a lot of his struggles in the minors were just control, where if he just didn't have it from the beginning, it never seemed to reel that back in. So there's I didn't say anything about Saccone. He's just a dog. I think he goes out there. He was 7-7 last year.
Is he like a Dave Burba was, kind of like during the the 90s, eating 8 innings can get you quality wins, but yeah.
And I hope that's he has better than 7-7 record this year. With the improvement of the offense, I hope that helps our starters in general. But will we be top 5? Sipping on that, but if I leaned into it, I think I would say yes.
Okay. Well, and I think, like I said, I think we all agree that the pitching, obviously, just the most important thing in baseball. And as much as the hitting was as bad as it was last year, I mean, pitching, you can't have that go down in the hitting. You still need to have that pitching rise up another level just to get us to where we need to be, and that would obviously be pennant chasers, and that's what we hope to be. So, I like this statement. Andy, did you have something? Okay.
The good news is the hitting can't be as bad as
I know that's right. Law of averages said it can't be as bad, but then like James is talking about the White Sox and they got to be better. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? We'll see.
Anyone want to hook Crutch up with the Guardian TV network
handy.
login?
Wow.
Describe the handy, Crutch. I mean, like what's your technique?
I don't have it. I have Spectrum.
I have Spectrum as well.
Cable, and that's what I Spectrum, man. I get it through them.
All right. Well, you might be able to pony up $99 to get a handy from Crutch if you.
He's dedicated. I heard.
Last year, I paid for it, and I had the app, and then the whole TV deal worked out with Spectrum, so I had it on both, and I'm not paying for it again because I get it included.
All right.
As opposed to the Eastern stuff. As opposed to the Eastern grip, I'm not too okay. I don't know. Anyways, we'll move on. I like this one because I think this is obviously the heart and soul of the Guardians. But in order for the Guardians to win it all, Jose Ramirez will have to be even better if that's even possible. And we'll start with you, Andy.
Jose Ramirez just has to do his thing, which is like hit 30 homers, 20 steals, make amazing plays, be the heart of the team. He's gonna do that. He's proven it. Does it every year. What we need to win is gonna be our pitching, and we need our hitting to just slightly nudge north, which obviously is gonna happen because it can't go south. So I'm spitting on that one, but there you
go. Okay, Reverend Baseball.
Oh man,
I know.
All right. You know what, Jose? Man, I can't chug on it.
We come back to you.
I don't know what else I don't know what else Jose can do, to be better. You know what I mean? I think he gets ripped off in the MVP votes. For this franchise, for this team, he's been the MVP, and that's really the MVP has been distorted as far as what its purposes or what its intent the award is. I don't think Jose can do anymore. I think it's time for the rest of the team to step up. We got guys that are part of that core from 2022 when they won the division, and they were all a bunch of young kids. And then 2023 they had their down year. 24 and 25, they were in meaningful games, man. They were playing big time baseball. They got a lot. They're a young team, a young core with a lot of big baseball experience under their belt. So I think it's time that they step up. It's time that Rocchio and Arias and those guys step up and Quan, and help Jose to get them over the hump. If we had 9 Jose's out there, we'd have 9 fucking World Series titles. It's time for the rest of the team to step up and help Jose Ramirez get us to where we need to go.
Love it.
Okay. All right. James.
Guys, I don't know that there's even an option. You have to spit on this one. Jose has, exceeded anything that we even thought he would ever do as the guy that played next to Francisco Lindor. And when Lindor left, he stepped up and incredibly stepped up. And as far as the MVP votes go, for Cal Raleigh not to win the MVP,
I know.
Jose doesn't probably have a chance in hell. But you know what? He would trade that in for a World Series championship any day of the week. And also, if you look back at how many times has Shaq always talked about him and Kobe or him and D Wade, it's always about the others to win the championship. The stars are going to step up when they can, but it's about the other guys that come through in the clutch moments. And that's what's great about baseball, because it can be the number 8 hitter. It can be the reliever that came out of the bullpen that pitched, where the starter had a shitty start, and the reliever that came in to eat up innings just held the lead long enough to give you that comeback win that you need, in the 9th inning. So it's not on Jose at all. It's on the rest of the team, 100%.
Well, I'm gonna have to, because you know what, I'm gonna chug. because I want to be, different here and obviously provocative.
Well, it's your birthday. You can do whatever the
It
hell
is. And here's the thing. Look, I think that obviously if we get his production from the last couple of years, we'll take it. But for the Guardians to get over that hump, he needs a special year where he hits 45 to 50 home runs, gets 135 RBI. He batted 283 last year, 279, 282, 280, 260. I mean, he batted 318 in 2017. Bet around 300. Like, yeah, 283, we'll take it with all the home runs. But here's an idea. Bet 300 like they did it in the 90s. I don't know. Like, that's the little bit extra that it's going to take, I think, to get it over the hump. Because you look at the Yankees, they have Soto, not Soto, obviously, but and yeah, they do have, and they have obviously these guys that Judge, and they have all these guys that can do it because they have multiple guys. We really only have that one guy, Ramirez, and like he has to be that little bit. If we get 1 or 2 clutch extra home runs, we get 10 extra clutch RBI. We get him to bat 300 instead of 283. That might make the difference because we get blown out in games. Like that's the thing. And to expect like Chase Lauder, who's a rookie basically, to expect these other guys to come in here and do it. Maybe we do need that little extra from Jose, and maybe then he would win the MVP then if it actually, like, I don't know, get us to the World Series and bat 300 and hit 45 home runs. Because guess what? Like, why can't he? Like, I mean, to just settle at what the numbers that he's doing now, it's great. He's a top 5 MVP every year. But I'm talking about you want to win the World Series. Yes, it's going to take him to go be a little bit extra. And I don't think that's asking too much. I mean, it's not like he's not that far away from it. And I think to have a Cleveland special season, it's going to take that. So that's why I have to chug, because look, if you're expecting Slade Ciccone to be, win at that game 7 or whatever like that, I don't know. I'd rather trust Jose Ramirez to just bat, 17 points higher. That's all. I don't think that's asking too much.
Ed,
Sorry, I just don't.
You were real close with the Yankees because what you're talking about is that little bit extra. Even if he has that little bit extra on top of what he has, then he starts approaching those Aaron Judge numbers. And all Yankees fans are doing are killing Aaron Judge about not being good enough in the clutch moments.
Well, but I think Ramirez is actually clutch in moments. But if he's actually just a little bit extra clutch, that's the thing. I know what you're saying with that, but I think Jose's a little different than Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge puts up those numbers when it doesn't matter. Jose still is clutch. Like, I still consider him clutch. And then if he does those other things in extra clutch moments, that's the difference. And I know where you're going with that, James. You're not fundamentally wrong with what you're saying, but I think if Jose still remains the same player, but remember Sandy Alomar 97. Everything seemed to be going right for him. Hit the home run in the All-Star game. Hit the home run, against the Yankees in Game 4 against Mariano Rivera. Just those little bit extra things right there, and plus getting that batting average up maybe 10 to 20 points higher during the regular season. That's all I'm saying. Like I know it may seem like a lot, and like why would I be picking on him? But that's what it might take to get us over that hump, because we don't have the 5-star players like the Yankees do. We have maybe 1 or 2.
The thing to remember is what we talked about is with the others and this him needing support. Think about it, and I already know you know this answer, Ed. Who was the World Series MVP in '97 if the Indians close that out?
It would be other than 2-0 against Kevin Brown, Chad O'Jay.
Yeah. So that's a guy that going into the series was not the expected guy to be there. And he really stepped up in those big moments.
1 game 2, 1 game 6, that 4-1. That was the one where Omar Vizquel made that heck of a play at shortstop and threw up. Oh my God, James, that '97 World Series still haunts me. I remember. Oh my God, it pains me. So, but yeah, Chad O'Jay would have been your. And it's so funny. I remember going to games back at obviously Jacobs Field at the time, and it'd be like Down on the Farm and Buffalo Bisons at the time, and it'd show Chad O'Jay's number. And who would have ever thought that he would have been such a key piece of a probably should have been World Series champion team. So
yeah.
All right, now you
think about it. The team's doing a bobblehead for Rajai Davis this year, and just because a big home run to tie the game.
James, now will you agree with me on that? Is Rajai Davis now the new Carl Yastrzemski? Okay, yeah, that's a nice home run. They always talk, like Boston always talks about that, fifth. But it doesn't. They lost to the Reds. It's like you lost, and just like Rajai Davis, you lost. And yet
I know.
Yeah, I don't.
And that, you know what, man, that gets more like love and like big time play as a home run because it's the fucking Red Sox. Yep. And the Guardians against the Cubs, it gets nothing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the exact same situation or scenario.
Good point by Jake. It is. That's why I'm saying when you have that one guy, you can just pitch around them, and that does suck. I mean, you're right. When you have that one guy, even if I say comes to fruition, he does, becomes better than what he is. You're right. You can just pitch around him, and then it fucks the whole situation up. So good point, Jake. All right.
Hey, I just, you know what? I want to say that a handy from Crutch might be worth $99 if anybody wants to get in his DMs. That might be worth the $99
with the Western grip.
With the Western grip, yes.
Right. There you go.
All right. Well, we had a couple of them, but I want to go here. I think we'll finish it off Spit Sip Chug with this one. It's an ambiguous one. It's a little different. It's the one that Andy and I sometimes throw out there, but we'll start with, we'll go back to you starting with Roger on this one.
Oh, let me get the long window alert.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And we're all chugging on this one because you're chugging on your answer, obviously. The Guardians will finish.
I'm going to chug on 90 and 72, and they're going to win the AL Central, and they're going deep into the playoffs. I'm expecting a big October this year. I think the pitching says the bullpen's the key, but I think the bullpen's there. They added some pieces. I'm ready to go 90, and we're going to win. Everybody's talking about the White Sox and Detroit. I think we win the division and we three-peat. Guardians, 90 and 72.
Chugging. James, what are you doing here?
Kind of want to save it for Sunday's show, but
nobody's watching this show. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well,
yeah, don't worry about it.
Including us on the replay.
They'll already be into the season.
I think we're going to finish second and probably get the wild card. Not where we want to be, but we're Cleveland team. It's never easy, is it?
No.
If we're gonna win a championship, it's not because we're gonna finish first and have home field. I think it's going to be one of those situations where we're going to have to dig out of a hole probably again.
Yeah.
I don't know that we're going to be able to pull the division off this year. It's going to be tough. I know Roger, you said what, 90 wins?
Yeah.
Or how many was it? Yeah, I could
90 and 72.
But it's going to be a tough year, I think, and it's one of the most competitive Centrals I think we've had.
Yeah.
This already sets the plot for Sunday nights throughout the season.
Yeah.
Me and James.
I don't like when he says 90 and 72 because that reminds me of the year 2000 when we finished 90 and 72 and we did not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm scored with that 90 wins only. You got to get
90 wins should win you the division.
Yeah, it should, but to James's point, you never know.
I was at 92 and I went down to 90 because I think that's all it'll take.
Okay, fair enough. I am going to obviously chug because we're all chugging on our own answers. That'd be stupid if you didn't. But I'm not going to talk about the division because I'm sick of talking about the division. I don't give a shit. And to James's point, if they finish second but make the wild card, I don't give a shit. But I do strongly believe, I don't know what, that this year your American League champions will be out of the 2-1-6. I think Cleveland will win the American League and win the pennant. Now, I will never go as far as to say they're going to win the World Series because I've been burned so many times with that. And obviously that Cubs coming back from 3-1 and obviously 97. Only franchise in Major League Baseball history to lose 2 Game 7s and extra innings in the World Series. Of course, they would be from Cleveland, Ohio. But no, I do think the Cleveland Guardians will win the American League. And like we always say, like the old-time baseball folks know, and just like and on Sunday Night Guardians, what do we always talk about? Nobody talks about winning the World Series. You got win the pennant. You got to win the pennant. That's if you're really a baseball fan, that's the first goal. Win the pennant, and then you take your chances in the World Series. But it's all about winning the pennant. Right. Talk about Bobby Thompson's home run, the Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the famous call right there. That was to win the pennant. That's about we're pennant chasers. We're pennant chasers in Cleveland, Ohio, and I think the Cleveland Guardians get it done. And that's my prediction on 2026. Andy,
sugar.
All right, this season is exciting for me because if you look at the last couple Guardian seasons, I think they were trying to figure out what they. Are these guys going to be part of the next window? Are they going to be shipped out? What do we need? What do we have? I think that's what the math the front office was doing. I think this is the first year that the Guardians are actually like looking at the roster and saying, these are the guys that are going to be part of the team. Most of these guys are going to be big names we're going to talk about for a long time in this city, which is exciting. But I don't think that's going to come without growing pains. I think this is going to be, an up and down year because a lot of these guys don't have a ton of experience. So I do think we're going to love where this team gets, but I think it's going to be bumpy. So I'm going to go a little bit. I think we're going to make the playoffs this year. I think we'll get there, but I'm not saying like this is going to be a 90+ win team. I just think there's way too many variables here, but I do think we're going to love this team. We're going to love it more as the train rolls on. I'm excited. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I can't wait to just.
Oh, you can't wait for my birthday, Andy? That's so nice of you.
Oh yeah, it's your birthday. That's right. I forgot.
Ed, I missed your birthday thing in the beginning because I was off tonight. I'm not a guest. So happy birthday to you, Ed.
Major League Baseball decided to open up the season because of my birthday. That's what
nice.
Ed,
well, anyway,
there you go.
Bottom line, I can't wait to watch the season kickoff. This is a exciting year for me. It's always an exciting when baseball starts, but I think this is going to be a particularly exciting season for the Cleveland Guardians, and I'm excited. So I'm going to chug, and I'm going to say we're going to be in like the 80s, but we're going to love this team. Especially when we get to like September.
Nice. I appreciate that. And that will conclude Spit, Sip, Chug, but that does not mean need to switch from AOL. James is off the hook tonight. We got a rapid fire, James. Rapid fire, you got 3 seconds to answer. I just need the answer. I don't need no Lana bullshit, if you know what I mean. So, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Stephen Vogt is a better manager than Tito Francona.
False.
Bybee and Williams will stay healthy all season.
False.
Cade Smith will be lights out.
True.
Stephen Kwan will bat above 290.
True.
Jose Ramirez will hit 40+ home runs.
False.
Bo Naylor will have a breakout year.
True.
The Guards will actually hit.
True.
The Guards will win the AL Central. You kind of already answered that. No. The Guards will win the American League. You didn't specify that.
I'll say true.
Okay. And finally, if you had to get rid of either the Guardians or the Browns, which one is gone?
Who?
The Guardians or the Browns?
We have an NFL franchise.
Oh, geez.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think. Hey, bye, Browns, and you are off.
Right,
rapid fire.
Brook Park Browns, whatever. Bye.
Yeah.
Man. That reminds me, I was walking into the local beer store to buy this stupid shit. And all of a sudden, as I was opening the door, I heard behind me, "Go Steelers!" Because, they saw me get out of my obnoxious truck. And I just turned around and I said, "Fuck off!" And they left. They didn't get pissed. They didn't get
that's their love language in Pittsburgh, Andy. That's their love language.
Props to the Steeler fans. I told the
You've been hanging around with me too long.
Yeah.
I think
that's the problem.
Odds of winning a WNBA finals than the Browns do. By the time I think we'll probably have a WNBA championship before a Super Bowl in the city of Cleveland.
All right. Well, hey, I'm going to bet you on that. And we're gonna come up with some drinking challenge. If they win,
you did it, James.
Then I gotta chug, and if the Browns win,
must be wrong. I mean,
you're
right.
I'm gonna be dead. You two are gonna be in your 70s.
Hopefully, hopefully we're alive. Roger will obviously be dead, but hopefully we're.
I'll be dead.
Yeah, well, that's but no, like I said, everybody out there, like I said, Dawg Chug Network, Sunday 8 p.m. Sunday night Guardians. Yes. Great show. Like I said, we got James here. When James gave me that trivia question about Chad OJ, he knew I knew the answer.
Oh, yeah.
And if you know the answer to stuff like that, tune in. These guys know what they're talking about. Look, it's one thing to talk about the Guards when, the stadium's got all the blue seats, but we're talking about the Indians / Guardians when they were not at Jacobs Field. We're talking about the guys that know their shit, know their stuff, and that's what you're going to get. We got Reverend Baseball, we got James, and we got Zach and at the corner. And like I said, they know their stuff. So definitely tune in. And
Rod, I'm going to ask you a question. Like, obviously, this is like the most innovative podcast in, Cleveland. What's going to make Sunday Night Guardians innovative? Like, what's the number one thing that you're doing that's gonna blow people's minds?
James, go ahead.
I would say, just like baseball, our show, the dimensions can change from week to week.
No.
So the foul ground area, foul territory, could expand or contract.
So you could go from like Fenway to like the Oakland Alameda Coliseum, like that.
Yeah.
We're going to be right.
Yeah, it's going to be about our hometown team. It's going to be about our Guardians. It's going to be about our Guardians fans. But
yeah, it's, we're not going to have any computer calling balls and strikes. It's going to be right from shooting from the hip. It's going to be 100% real.
James, can you answer the question? We heard a rumor that you have a kill switch where you can kill Roger's mic when he goes on too long. Is that true?
I could put that in the Amazon cart.
There you go. Oh, wait.
I would do that, James, just to save the show. Yeah. I don't mind the mute. They'll tell you. I'm used to it. Mute me away. I'll keep rambling. Just put me on mute.
Yeah. Well, Andy, are you expected to make any appearances or anything like that?
I'm going to be tuning in. I'm hoping to be in the comments. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yes. And like I said, you mentioned my name, and just like Beetlejuice, you say it 3 times, I might just have to show up, if you know what I mean.
I heard a rumor that even Mr. Dong might be appearing on
the Donger. Yes.
Hey, we're going to bring in guests. You guys are going to come in. We're going to bring in guests throughout the year. We got James got some connections. We're going to have some big time guests coming in. It's going to be a good time. It's the Dawg Chug Network, so you know what to expect.
Yeah. Well.
Is your show going to be as racist as the classic Dawg Chug show? Roger.
See, Big Jake's that's my dude. I fight with him on X. I fight with him. I love him. What's up, Ed?
Ed. I'm asking, is Sunday Night Guardians going to be as racist as the Dawg Chug show?
Only if Ed comes out and does top 10s for us.
Well, I'll say one thing. I think the Dawg Chug voicemails are replacing us as being the racist.
You know what? What? The voicemails are right up there. If we get a voicemail, we'll play it.
Yeah, but hold on. That's not fair, because the voicemails are from people that watch the show. They have nothing to do with.
We don't, Andy, but we don't filter them either. So we don't.
You know what? I'm going to be serious here for a minute. You can't tarnish baseball with racism like you can other sports, because baseball is worldwide. Every roster's got guys from all over the fucking world. You cannot play the race card in baseball. You can't. It's impossible. That's what makes baseball fucking great.
Yeah, he's got make great point, Roger. That's the Reverend with the great point right there.
The game of baseball opened up diversity in sports and in our country.
Reverend Baseball spoke.
Yes.
I'm drunk.
Thanks.
And then speaking of that, will there be drinking on Sunday Night Guardians, Roger?
You know what? Being a reverend, I might get into the sacrament every once in a while, depending on how the week went. But it's not going to be a drunk fest like Dawg Chug. No, because it's Sunday night, But if I get into the sacrament a little, hey, it happens.
But don't you realize some of your best content is when you're inebriated? So if you're telling us that you're not going to get to inebriation, it's almost like saying, guys, don't watch because it's not going to be my best stuff.
Well, I'm hoping James and Zach can carry the load, and
I'm sure he'll have his fastball on a few nights. He'll be.
Well, James, just like in Major League Baseball, there's ejections of like managers and stuff. Who do you think gets ejected first? Do you think Roger probably be the first one tossed, or what do you think here?
If he just starts, some kind of Earl Weaver type.
Okay, go. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, Weaver.
But then again,
what about some Billy Martin? Billy Martin. There you go.
If you know what?
Go from like 5 to 10 because of that. We might want to stick with that.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey, you know what? You guys saw my article today. I started writing again. I'm not a writer. I'm a storyteller. I don't write. I didn't go to school to write. I tell stories, and I put it out there. My next one is about this the computers calling balls and strikes. You're taking the humanism, you're taking the Whiteners, you're taking the Billy Martins, you're taking Hargrove getting thrown out in the first inning after 3 pitches with Doc fucking Gooden
1998.
throwing the Lord Charles, and it's getting called balls. You're taking humanism out of baseball. That's going to be the next first Church of
Stay
Baseball
tuned.
article.
Yeah.
Is stop it. We don't want to play video games. We want humans in baseball.
Yeah.
Pay-
Fuck you, AI. Stop taking our job.
Andy, you're not AI right now. I thought you were AI Andy.
Even if I am, I'm programmed to say what Roger wants.
Right.
to
See,
say.
that's how good. See, that's how good AI is, though. That's how good AI is.
Max Headroom.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We'll wrap this show up. I think that's we've
All
had a
right,
great.
it's 10 to 11. I got to go to work in the
Yeah,
morning.
okay, so we plugged Sunday Night Guardians. We did a hell of a show.
Thank
We
you.
plugged my birthday. James, final words. What you got?
Guys, it was great to be back on the show about 4 different times tonight.
That's true.
Patience. Appreciate everybody to watch this show and being on several times throughout the years. But I'm thankful to join the group and help build the Sunday Night Guardians show with Roger, with Zach. And I know the Browns get the majority of the conversation in this town, but the Guardians deserve the most attention, in my opinion. So it's up to us to make that happen on Sunday nights.
Oh, yeah.
And
Don't
I'm going to
forget
give.
to mention the Dawg Chug Network.
Yeah, Dawg Chug right. We're not doing this, Andy. Yeah, Dawg Chug Network. Juan, you know what? I'm doing this tonight since my birthday. Juan, you get contributor of the night for the happy birthday. Jake, we love you, but Juan's getting it tonight. Juan's got it. So thank you,
And
Juan.
he's a Columbus guy. Ed, you guys should go have lunch. He's on campus. You guys should hook. You guys be buddies down there.
Well, I got that new buddy in the Dawg Chug voicemails that wants to get with me, right, Andy?
Yeah.
Glenn, is that Glenn? Or
I don't think that's
get
Juan,
with you,
but
yeah.
Yeah. So
Glenn
yeah,
and
we're
Lakewood.
gonna go to White Dudes for Kamala. Andy, what do you got? Anything?
Nothing. I'm so excited to watch your guys' podcast on Sunday. It's amazing to Roger see you. Like back in the day, you and I were talking about, can we do a podcast? Was it worth doing? And here we are, like 15 years later, and now we're, even though nobody watches, we're expanding. That's amazing. Like how impressive is that?
It's amazing. You know what a testament that is?
I hope that your new podcast is shitty and racist as this podcast. I can't wait to tune in. I'm really excited.
I wasn't racist before I came on this podcast, Andy.
We're gonna be, yeah. That's right, Ed. You're right. The whole Nazi thing got us kicked off.
When in Rome, you know, like they always say.
We're
gonna have a good time.
Honestly, I'm so excited to tune in for the first episode at least.
Second one, I don't know.
I'll send you clips.
Anyone out there that's suffering from narcolepsy, Sunday night, 8 p.m. All of your issues will be averted. It's going to be a blast. Please tune in. Everyone, check it out.
Right here at the Dawg Chug Network on this channel, and we'll post the links.
Beautiful. Well, Andy, I'll let you say it because you do it the best.
Wait, what about Roger? Roger never got.
I thought he kind of just did, but I know.
Oh, is that all you wanted to say? Do you have anything else to say, Roger?
No.
Okay.
There you go.
Save your pitch count for Sunday, Roger.
There you go.
All right, well, everyone, go Guardians tomorrow, 10-10 start. What the fuck is baseball doing to us? Making us go to Seattle and playing at 10-10. Such bullshit, but
don't get me started. The long win alert will come out.
Well, tune in Sunday to hear that long wind alert. I hear it's going to go for 15 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
It's going to be a blast.
At least give us 15 minutes. That way we get credit for it.
Yeah. Dream we got them, and go Guards.
Go Guards!